3 women testified against Harvey Weinstein during his 6-week sex crimes retrial. One of the accusers, Miriam Haley, spent 4 days on the stand. She had also testified against Mr. Weinstein in his first Manhattan trial.
Yesterday, the jury found Mr. Weinstein guilty of sexually assaulting Miriam Haley. She is represented by attorney Gloria Allred, and they're both here with us this morning. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being with us.
It had to be very difficult, Mimi, to kind of relive all that stuff. Where did you get the courage to kind of do this again?
You know, I actually thought about it a lot. I wasn't sure if I was going to do it again because it was just, I wasn't expecting to revisit it. And I just really didn't want to go back and relive and rehash and so forth. So I thought about it, and then finally I just felt that it was ultimately, you know, just even historically so important because it does have such a ripple effect, this particular case. So I felt it was important. And also there was some tactics by the defense to, I think, try to intimidate me from even showing up.
And what did you feel intimidated by, or did you?
Well, I felt that they were trying to, so I did feel that I had to show up and stand up for myself. You know, Weinstein's lawyer talked about me. He lied about me, in fact, in a press conference. Then they had some kind of podcaster talk, you know, insinuate untruths about me to millions of people, and that's kind of what made me feel like, well, you know, now I have to, now they've given me no choice. I've got to show up and stand up for myself and stand up for truth. So.
My understanding is, obviously, we were not in the courtroom, but it was different from the first trial in that you were able to look at Harvey Weinstein in this case, where you weren't the first time around. How did that affect your testimony and how you went through it?
I don't think it affected it so much. It was just a little different because the view of Harvey Weinstein was obscured in the first trial, whereas this time he was sort of in my eyesight all the time. Like I wasn't looking at him that much, but yeah, ultimately, you know, I was worried about how I would feel going in there and seeing him again, but once I saw him, I just didn't feel anything, honestly.
This may sound like an odd question, but does this feel like double vindication, if you will? Because you know, you get the first verdict, then it gets overturned on a technicality, so you have to go through all of this again. Does this feel like at least confirmation, maybe is a better word?
Well, it's not confirmation for me, obviously, because I know what happened. But you know, I do feel that, in a sense, I suppose for other people it should be, you know, and I do feel vindicated in the fact that, you know, even like I said, just showing up for this particular trial was a verdict, sorry, not a verdict, a victory in itself, because of how I feel that they tried to make me not even show up.
Gloria, let's talk a little bit about this partial verdict. Of course, we've gotten partial verdicts before, but not announced, and you know, we're going to come back for another, you know, count today. Unusual, or have you seen this in your...
I think it is unusual, but we're focusing on the fact that guilty, guilty, guilty for Mimi. And she is one of the most courageous women I've ever met, because what she was put through 4 days of questioning, not only by the prosecutor, but a lot by the defense in I feel, a very vicious, ugly cross-examination.
In what ways?
And she rose to the occasion. You know, there's so many celebrities in Hollywood that have, you know, said on their Instagram or to the press that Harvey Weinstein did whatever they're accusing him of. But Mimi testified under oath. She swore to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. That's a whole different level of having a voice, and it's very, very challenging. So I'm so proud of her. She's, you know, she's been vindicated, but she didn't really need the jury to tell her that, although they did, because as she said to the jury, she knows that she was, you know, sexually assaulted. And now, last time, he was sentenced to 20 years for that criminal sexual act in the first degree against her. That means there was force. That's what first degree means. And again, the second jury found this. And this was a little different than last time because there were no Me Too witnesses that were allowed this time.
Right.
The New York Court of Appeals reversed, as you pointed out, because they felt that Mr. Weinstein didn't get a fair trial the first time because of those Me Too witnesses, and people were worried, can she prevail if there are no Me Too witnesses? But the jury believed her evidence beyond a reasonable doubt. I'm so proud of her.
So last week I had a chance to talk with Harvey Weinstein, and he was very, very vehement of his innocence. And I just want to get your reaction to something that he said. Oh, we don't have that? Okay. Sorry. He basically said that what he did was not criminal. It was immoral.
Okay, well, what he did was criminal. I testified under oath, so did my corroborating witnesses, and he did not. I don't really, you can say whatever you want in an interview, but testifying is a different story, and I also had evidence to back it up. And so I knew at the time it was criminal, and it's been proven criminal.
Where do you go from here? I mean, do you go back to your private life, or are you more of a public advocate? Have you even figured out where you want to go next?
I mean, I more or less will probably go back to my private life, but of course I'm always here to advocate for truth in general, for this cause and other causes.
Well, we appreciate you, Mimi Haley, for coming in. Gloria
Thank you so
Allred,
much.
Always great to
Thank you.
talk with you, speaking up for
Thank you
women
both.
everywhere.
You too, Rosanna.
Well, we reached out to Harvey Weinstein's attorney, Arthur Idala, for a statement, but we were told the judge has ordered all the lawyers not to speak because they are still waiting for one more verdict in this case, and we think that's going to come down today, right?
Well, the jury's deliberating, going back into deliberations today. We'll find out when it comes down.
Yeah.
Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so